Listen to me. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how smart you are. If you're not consistent, you will lose every single time. Consistency. It's the secret sauce. It's what separates the winners from the wannabes. Anybody can show up once. Anybody can be great for a day. But real greatness comes when you do it. Day after day after day. When you grind, even when you don't feel like it. You want success? You want change? You want to level up? Then you better understand consistency is louder than motivation. Motivation will get you started, but consistency will keep you going. You won't always see the results right away. Sometimes you're planting seeds and it looks like nothing's happening. But if you trust the process, if you keep showing up, keep giving your best, the harvest will come. It always comes. So don't you quit because it's hard. Don't you quit because it's slow. Champions are made when no one's watching. Champions are built in the dark. Consistency builds character. Consistency builds habits. Consistency builds empires. And remember, small, consistent actions over time create massive results. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. You know what's crazy? Everybody wants to talk about talent. Everybody wants to brag about how gifted they are, how smart they are, how naturally good they are at something. And don't get me wrong, talent is great. Talent can get you noticed. Talent can give you a little head start. But listen to me real close. Consistency beats talent when talent isn't consistent every single time. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't show up day after day, if you don't put in the work when it's boring, when it's painful, when it's lonely, you will lose to the person who does. Because talent without discipline is just potential. It's a promise with no delivery. It's a Ferrari with no gas in it. It looks good, but it's not going anywhere. Some of you are sitting around waiting for your talent to carry you to the top. You're waiting for the world to discover how special you are. But the truth is, the world doesn't reward talent alone. It rewards perseverance. It rewards consistency. It rewards that person who gets up every morning and grinds, not just when it's fun, not just when it's easy, but when it hurts, when it's boring, when nobody's clapping for them, when it feels like it's not even working. Let me tell you something real. I've seen some of the most talented people on the planet lose. I've seen singers who had the voice of an angel, athletes who had crazy skills, entrepreneurs who had genius ideas. And you know why they didn't make it. They weren't consistent. They got distracted. They got lazy. They thought their gift was enough. Meanwhile, someone with half the talent, half the natural ability showed up every day, worked on their craft every day, got better every day. Stay.
Hello, dear amazing people. This is Emmanuel A. Amado here. If you can hear me and I am loud and clear enough, please go ahead. Let me know in the comments. You can hear me and I am loud and clear enough. Please go ahead. Let me know in the comments. I'm super, super excited, super pumped up about tonight. I have my boss backstage, Mr. Elisha Mamman. You have no idea how excited I am, having my notes ready to learn to feast. It's been quite a while that I drank from that well. I'm super excited. Livino's here. He says you can hear me. Fantastic, fantastic, amazing, 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 amazing. You're welcome to the Leverage 2025 online conference. This is our 4th session. And my boss will be teaching on obtaining the promise, the power of process, the necessity of process in the equation of success. And there is no better person to teach this subject than my boss himself. By the way, we're having 2 sessions with him. This is just one. I'm super excited. Honestly, Mr. Elisha Mamman is somebody who does not just know success. He is success himself. There are people who can teach success, and there are people who are literally success. Mr. Elisha Mamman falls into that category. I'll bring him up shortly just for us to, share the link with anyone who should be here, anyone who should be joined live. You can copy the link, share. You need to get your friends in this session. Get your friends in this session. It's going to be a mind-blowing session, I guarantee and I assure you of that. I'll do a quick shout out. I'll bring him on the screen. We'll honor him, and then he gets started. So go ahead, let me know where you're joining in from. I'd like to do a quick shout out before we get started. Whilst we do that, let me go ahead and make a few announcements. To improve the quality of your view, you want to make sure that you set your phone quality to 780p. I think that's the maximum that we have, and because of the quality restriction here in this region of Zaria. So 720p, you just click on the gear icon on your screen and then go ahead, click on quality and set it to 720p. You're going to have a seamless experience, doing that. Secondly, let me also announce that for those of us who want access to the replay, the audio replay, the training note, the additional training resources, you can get access to it at 50% off until the end of the conference. So you can use the link that is on the screen, seller.com/leverage2025. Once it is the end of the conference, the access will go back to the original fee. That said, let me go ahead, do a quick shout out, and then we'll jump right into the business of the day. Go ahead, comment your current location. Comment your current location. I'll do a quick shout out and then we'll get started. I already have my boss at the back of the stage, and I'm super excited to be bringing him up shortly. But go ahead, comment your current location. Let me do a quick shout out before we get started properly. Your name and your current location, or you just go ahead and comment your current location. YouTube already shows me your name. Fantastic. We have Nathan Yakubu from Zaria. Good to have you. Blessing Nasiru from Zaria. Good to have you. Zamdayu Mercy from Zaria. Tongue of a Ready Writer. I believe that's Kitura from Abuja. Opeyemi Joshua from Zaria. We have Bauchi Grace from Bauchi State. Micah Takama from Gombe State. Good to have you. Gladys Sango from the United Kingdom. Good to have you. We have Livinus Yahi from Maiduguri, Borno State. Good to have you. Damilola from Niger. Samuel James from Abuja. Margaret Adiria from Zaria. Olubi John from Zaria. Vera from Port Harcourt. Dong Julius from Jos. Geoffrey Beatrice from Abuja. Tafa Sena from Castina. Wilson from Makurdi, Zilot from Abuja, Samaila Bawa from Bauchi, Michael Bayo. We have quite a number of people. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I'm super excited, super pumped up about tonight's session. If you have not gotten your note already, make sure you get your note and your pen, because I assure you is about to go down, and it's going to be a session that you will not forget in a hurry. Right about now, I'll bring up stage my boss. We'll just go ahead and celebrate him in advance. I know we'll still appreciate him at the end, but I want us to truly honor him. Mr. Elisha Mamman made the sacrifice to be here despite having a fiscal session on business strategy in Abuja. And I'm super excited, super glad that he's here with us. Please join me and make welcome the boss himself, Mr. Elisha Mamman. I hope we can see him. Yeah, he's live. So we have him. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me from the other side? Fantastic. So join me and make welcome my boss himself, Mr. Elisha Mamman. I hope the audio is good and he can hear me. If you can hear me, sir, you're up on the screen. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so, so much, sir. So good to see you. Please, let's go ahead. Please celebrate my boss in the comment. We're excited to have you. I'm excited to have you. And I'm super looking forward to what I'm going to be learning tonight. Thank you, first of all, for the sacrifice of being here. Thank you so much, sir. I know that it really cost you a lot. You're somebody who is very busy. literally had a physical session in Abuja today, and then still made it here. Thank you so much, sir. May God honor you. I've known Mr. Elisha Mamman now for quite a while, and trust me, when we say the word success, I know we've been discussing success. This man really is not just on his way to success. This man is an embodiment of success. Quality relationships, a strong relationship with God, very mentally sound, a happy married life, financially buoyant, well traveled. Honestly, the list goes on and on. So we're not just going to hear theory tonight, we're hearing from someone with experience. Is one of the reasons why I am super, super, super excited. May God bless you, sir. Mr. Elisha Mamman, by the way, is a John C. Maxwell certified coach, certified speaker. And join me, everyone, as I bring upstage to take the stage my boss and my mentor, Mr. Elisha Mamman. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. I hope everyone can hear me. Blessing Nasiru, I'm excited. It's not just you. I'm excited to be here. Every year when I come to the Leverage Conference, I am always excited to be here. Not just because of what I am bringing to the table, but because of what Emmanuel Amadou has been able to establish and do in this time. I respect you. I honor you. I love you so much. And I want to tell you that we watch you and we are clapping for you because we have seen all the signs that you will do greater things than we have done in our time. God bless you, Emmanuel Amadou. And for every one of you here, I bring you good news. The good news of possibilities. The good news that whatever you have seen happen around you can happen for you. I can tell you, if it can happen for me, it can happen for you. But that's not all. It will happen because you are here. Again, it is an exciting moment for me. Though I have been busy from 8 a.m. this morning, but I can guarantee you, I look forward to this 1 hour as if it is the last thing I'm going to do before I go to glory. So again, I celebrate every one of you. Thank you for being here, and I love you deeply from the bottom of my heart. And therefore, tonight, we want to consider an amazing topic: obtaining the promise. Obtaining the promise. But considering the fact that we are looking at obtaining the promise, we are going to anchor on the power of process. That is a remarkable but misused and abused word in this generation. Everybody talks about process, but very few people understand the context and the concept of process. And hereby tonight, I'm going to be talking to you a little of my story. I was not born famous. I was not born rich. I was not born influential. I was not born effective. Actually, at a particular point in my life, the favorite nickname that people called me was Mumu. Mumu, meaning it doesn't have sense. Ladies and gentlemen, people's description is not always accurate if you are willing to pay a price. You see, the beautiful thing about this life, you can, by your life, prove everyone wrong. You can, by your life, prove everyone wrong. And I came tonight to offer you some simple principles that in the next few years can allow you become the story that many people will share. Many people will share. And so, like I said, if you can wake up and come to see what we are doing here, you will find out that the conversation we are having throughout this conference is about a promise that is available. The first thing I'd like you to write tonight is that there is a promise for me. There is a promise for my life. Until you know that there is a promise, you can't obtain it until you know there is a promise existing for you. Beyond the general promise that it is well, there is a promise that it will be well with you. Number one, know that there is a promise. Know that there is a promise. There is a promise of better things. There is a promise for better things. Where this quote is taken from the good book, it started with a statement that says, I am excited about better things for you. I need you to know that the promise over your life is about a better life. Oh, you didn't hear me. I'm saying the promise is a promise of a better life than you have known before, a better life than you have today, a better life that you have experienced now. There is a promise. Not knowing that is a disadvantage, but knowing that is an advantage. Number one, there is a promise for your life. When I look at that quote from where this statement is taken, I saw 4 beautiful principles. 3 massive principles. Number one, follow them. Follow them. Hear what I'm about to say to you. You cannot follow everybody and obtain the promise. There is a promise for your life, but you cannot follow everybody and obtain the promise. There is a them that you must follow to obtain a promise. Hear what I'm about to say to you. Not everybody can lead you to your goal. Not everybody can lead you to your destiny. Not everybody can lead you to the place that has been prepared for you. Oh, follow them, not follow all. Follow them. Follow them. This them, they did not just obtain the promise. The promise they obtained was processed. Oh, somebody needs to hear me. They didn't obtain just the promise. The promise was processed, meaning they obtained it through a process. They obtained it through a pattern. They obtained it through a system. Hear what I'm about to say to you. Success is already available only for them who are willing to engage a process. A product is as good as the process. Oh, you didn't hear me. Listen to me. The process can tamper with the product. It does not matter the input you have put. If the process goes wrong, the product will go wrong. I'm into real estate. So when you mix the concrete for making your blocks, when you mix the concrete for making your block and you put it in a block mold and there is a problem with the mold, hear what I'm saying. The product will come out with the product that is the problem that is on the mold. What I'm saying is that whatever happens in your process will show in your life. Don't take process for granted. I'm going to tell you what a process is. I'm going to tell you what it is not. And 90% of the time, when people say I'm going through a process, they are not. They are not. First principle, follow them. The law of mentorship. Most of you do not know that there is a them that you must follow to obtain what belongs to you. As long as the heir is a child, he is not better than a slave. But the father has put him under guardian and tutors for an appointed time so he can take his promise. There is something promised to you, but you can't have it as long as you are a child. You cannot have it as long as you are a child. Hear what I'm saying tonight. There is a process that produces the kind of growth that is required for promises to fall into your lap. That the promise is available, the promise is not cheap. That the promise is available, the promise is not without a condition. We have too many people anxious about today, but sacrificing today. We have too many people excited about what tomorrow holds, but today is weak. We have too many people who like the conversations about the future, but their presence is in shambles. Hear what I'm about to say to you. There is no future when the presence is misused. There is no future when the present is misused. Your future is predicated on today. It may not be on yesterday, but it is dependent on today. Oh, there's a connection between today and tomorrow. That's why when you enter tomorrow, it is called today. They are linked together. They're linked together. Oh, I have seen what life can do to a weakling. I have seen what life can do when you're poor. I have seen how life can maltreat you when nothing can come out of your life. And I have come to a place in my life whereby I've also seen the beauty of what success can mean. Oh, I have seen the glory of what it is for a man to enter that which is his own. I bring you good news. That the first principle I want you to engage going forward is the law of mentorship. Hear me. Reference replicates easily. Oh, you didn't hear me. Reference replicates easily. Mentorship is the privilege God gives you to interact with your future today. Oh, mentorship is the privilege that God gives you, not just to interact with your future today, but feel it, touch it, and know what it looks like. The moment you are beginning to interact with your future and you know what it is like, the desire to enter it grows. One of the most beautiful things that God did for me was to put me under certain men. Those men were not good communicators. Those men were not good speakers. Those men were not good preachers. But whatever those men were, hear what I'm about to say to you. Their lifestyle gave me an opportunity to learn. And I knew I can't fail. When I'm talking about them, two important qualifications for them that you must follow is one, they have obtained the promise. Follow them who obtained. One is that they have obtained the promise. Meaning what? They have the results to show for it. Two, they have been where you are currently. Why should you follow them like that? Because they are currently living where you want to go, and they have been where you are. They can easily connect your 2 points for you. The law of mentorship. Follow them. Jesus, one of the greatest leaders that's ever lived, told his disciples, follow me. All you needed to become anything tangible is follow me. I will make you. Listen to me. The law of mentorship guarantees the making of a man. When God gives you the privilege to be inside mentorship, God is securing your molding for what belongs to you. Mentorship is not making men look like you. Mentorship is making men enter their place. Mentorship is not creating men to pick what you have dumped on the floor. Mentorship is for men to take what has been released for them. Mentorship is creating pathways for men to enter the best of their lives, not to become the worst of your versions. If you are in a mentorship currently, you are being made. If you are in a mentorship currently, you are being made. If you are in a mentorship currently, you are being made. That's the first law. The law of mentorship. Some of you can call it the law of connection. Some of you can call it the law of relationships. I am saying, you will not enter what you're supposed to enter. You won't obtain that promise until you follow someone. There is a someone that was designed to lead you into what is your own. There is a guardian. There is a tutor. That's the first one. The next thing I saw is through. Through means the process. Through means the process. What process did those people follow? Two simple ones. The law of faith. Another law. The law of faith. The law of faith simply states that it is impossible without faith. Simply means there is nothing that is possible for you until faith is in place. Meaning what? Anytime you remove faith, you have removed possibilities. The law of faith is what? A compulsory requirement for the acquisitions of realities. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You will not amount to anything except by faith. It was through faith. True faith is absolute belief expressed in practical actions. Absolute belief expressed in practical actions. Faith is I believe it and I'm doing something about it. The law of faith. The law of faith. That's the second law. Why? Without faith, it is impossible. Listen to me. All possibilities are a product of faith. Thy faith made thee whole. When he saw their faith, he said, go for thy faith. Thy faith. I'm talking to somebody now. The thing that has separated you with possibilities was not mentorship. You are under mentorship, but you lack faith in yourself. You lack faith in your ability. You lack faith in your process. You lack faith in your person. You do not even believe. So that you are under mentorship, you don't even believe that that mentorship can do something for your life. The law of faith finds expression in two ways. Words, works. Words, works. Show me your faith without your works. Faith without works is dead. Faith works. Now, anytime you want to see faith, listen to what the person is saying and watch what the person is doing. Listen to me. If I want to know you have faith, I don't wait for you to come and tell me I'm a man of faith. I watch what you say about your life and I watch what you do about that life. Faith is always expressed in words. He said, because they believe, they spoke. Because they believe, they spoke. Because they believe, they spoke. The meaning that if you believe, you'll be saying what you believe. And if you believe, you'll be doing something about your belief. Quickly, the next one is they said patience. How many of you know that patience is a product of faith? The Bible says he that believes is not in a hurry. The Bible says that he that believes is not in a haste. One of the signs that faith is absent in your life is impatience. One of the signs that faith is absent in your life is lack of persistence. One of the signs that faith is absent in your life is lack of consistency. Patience is a product of faith. You cannot wait until you believe. Everybody that is impatient is a sign that there is a belief problem underneath. For they that believe are never in haste. Very clear. Lastly, on the laws, and then I will tell you a few things about process, and then I will leave every one of you because you are great people. Now, anytime we talk about patience, there is also a law at work. There is also a law at work. Geoffrey Beatrice, you are an amazing person. Geoffrey Beatrice, you are an amazing person. Thank you for making the job easy for me. Thank you. Thank you. He that believeth shall not make haste. They're talking about the stone, the foundation, the tried stone, the cornerstone, the sure foundation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I continue, when we talk about patience in the general language of management and laws, we're talking about the law of expectations. Listen to me, the law of expectations says that which you wait expectedly becomes a self-fulfilling principle. What that means is that anything that you are expecting will eventually become your reality. And the word expectation is also synonymous to the word hope. The word is synonymous to hope. Hope. And I need you to know hope is a component of faith. That is why I said patience is a product of faith. Why? Patience is hope in waiting. Yeah, somebody got that. Patience is hope in waiting. The law of expectations. Oh, if you have bought my book, The Business of Life, you will see the law of expectations there. Sir, anything you are not expecting will be hard to come by. Anything you are not expecting, it will be hard to come by. Anything that is void of hope does not happen. To be waiting is a sign that you are expecting. Patience is a massive virtue. And that's where I've given you three free laws from that context. The law of mentorship. I've talked about what? The law of faith. I've talked about what? The law of expectations. Now I want to talk about the law of process. The law of process. And that's where I'm going to anchor my conversations tonight. The remaining three is just for you to enjoy. Because they said follow them through. They obtained their promise through a process. They were not lucky. They were not lucky. It didn't just happen. They are trying to tell us that the life you are looking for will not just happen. They are trying to tell us that nothing good just happens. They got it, but it was through a process that requires faith, a process that requires patience. The question now is, what is patience? What is process? Process is a series of actions. Hear me. Process is series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. And in this conversation, it is the steps you are taking, or it is the actions you are taking in order to obtain the promise that is currently available for you. I said there is a promise of a better life, but there is a process to that life. I said there is a promise of a richer life, but there's a process to a richer life. I said there is a promise of even a healthy life, but there is a process to that healthy life. What I'm saying to you, that a rich life does not fall on men. What I'm saying to you, that a good life does not fall on men. What I'm saying to you, that a healthy life does not fall on men. There is a process to attaining them. It is why it is obtained. That is what process means. Now, let me say something. I have heard many people tell me I am going through a process, and I said, explain the process. And they begin to say, when I was in secondary school, I was not reading well. I was not reading my books. So when I wrote my SSC, I failed it. Oh, mangala, mangala. When I was in secondary school, after I now failed my SSC, my brother, just listen to my story. After I failed my SSC, I failed JAM. I had to stay at home, and I waited for 6 years before I got admission. My brother, you are not under a process. You are suffering the consequence of being done. You are suffering the consequence of irresponsibility. You are suffering the consequence of not reading your book when your mates were reading their book. My brother, if you were passing your exams, and something that is supposed to come because you passed didn't come, we can say something is happening. Sister, you have been testing boys. Now you are pregnant. That pregnancy set you back. You said it's a process. No, ma. You are suffering the consequence of being a playgirl. I need some of you to understand that process is not actually consequence. Process is action. Consequence is a reaction. Consequence is a reaction. Consequence is a response. Process is an action. It is a step you take in the direction of your goal. There are certain events that will begin to happen to you that may not be positive because you are on the path to your goal. There are certain challenges that may come to you not because, but it is because you are going through a process. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to mistake consequence for process. That's why I came here and I love this topic. I don't want you to mistake consequence. My brother, if you are not reading for your exams and you fail, you are not going through a process. You are irresponsible. If you are sleeping with girls around and a girl get pregnant for you, you are not going through any process. You are suffering the consequence of not zipping up. I do not want you to mistake process for consequence. I see a lot of abuse. Why would you go through the normal process and not get the product? It is simply means that most of us mistake process for consequence. I came to tell you about process, not consequence. And let me tell you, the consequence of wrong decision does not mean the end of your life. You can correct it tonight. So I've told you what it is. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. I intend to give you much more value than this in the next 15 minutes as I close. I want to share what process means. In the last 26 years of my life, I won't be able to share my story. If I share my story here, you won't go home. You will beg them for us to do 2 days so that you can understand what a process means. But I will try as much as possible to explain them in free language, in free words. Number one, when we are talking process, the first thing that must come to your mind is the power of time. You cannot discuss process and not discuss time. You must first recognize that there is time for everything. What does that mean? There is a time to sow a seed. There is a time to reap a harvest. Oh, there is a time to plant. There is a time to reap. You must respect the law of time. Oh, when you look at metamorphosis, you look at the transformation of a butterfly. But how many of you know that cockroaches too are transformed? It is because we do not like cockroach that we always use butterfly. And that simply means there are people becoming transformed, but because we don't like them, we don't use them as a good story. And also there's a bad transformation. But butterflies and cockroaches go through almost the same process. How many of you know that cockroaches fly? How many of you know that cockroaches fly? One day I saw a flying cockroach in my house. I shouted, "Stop!" We started pursuing this cockroach. But you see, you like butterfly because they are beautiful. They are beautiful. Some of you, when you are children, you are catching butterfly, putting them in a container, and you are admiring them. Ladies and gentlemen, people won't admire you until transformation happens for you. Some of you are saying now, I don't know why people have been writing on Facebook, people don't pay attention. My brother, you are writing your future. Some of you come to Facebook and give us deep insight, but it's your future you are talking about. Some of us will not be alive when you prosper. Some of us will not be alive when you prosper. Sorry, they are switching up power in my hotel. So bear with me. This is what we call the power of Nigeria. If I was in America now, I don't know they do this kind of thing. The power of time. Now listen to this metamorphosis. Do you know that there is a duration for the butterfly to be an egg? There is a time frame. Study it tonight. I'm not going to teach you everything. I need you to go and study. Do you know when the egg breaks, the butterfly becomes a caterpillar? Do you know there is a number of days that the butterfly needs to be a caterpillar before he becomes a pupa? If you study it, it's about 50 days. And do you also know that egg that has become a caterpillar, there is a specific activity he must be doing if he must transform? The choice of using this iPad is not to my favor. My battery is 5%. So, flip you here. If the egg, I don't know the duration, but I know that the caterpillar phase is 50 days. And listen to me. In that 50 days, what that caterpillar is meant to be doing is to be eating only. The caterpillar eats only. The caterpillar eats only. Hear me. The first level of transformation for human beings is feeding. It is true that you become what you eat, but in this context, I'm talking about the food of what you are hearing. That's the first thing the caterpillar, that's all the caterpillar is doing. Feeding, 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 feeding. And it's eating specific food. Some of you listening to me, you don't eat specific food. You listen to everybody in the world. You listen to everybody in the world. It was charging before now. You came and touched it.
That's why you ran down.
Your hand is very destructive. Connect me there fast.
Yes.
This thing will off. My iPad will die in 3 minutes.
Tell him to flip me, to make me go like
Emmanuel, please forgive me. My iPad is, I used it throughout today. So Zilot will be joining again. So when I'm flipping, you can just flip me to the other one so that I don't break in transmission.
Okay, sir. No problem at all.
Zilot will be preparing.
Or if you want us to swap now, we can do that.
We can swap now. Let's swap now.
Okay, fantastic. So no problem.
Swap. I have something. Let me finish what I'm doing.
swap me, sir.
Okay. You are not yet live, Zilot. I can't see your video.
I am still live.
I can't see your video.
Yes.
Your
Okay.
video is
Let me put that on.
on its own.
I'm on now.
Okay, just take your time. Take your time. You can swap to Mr. Elisha Mamman. I'll put him up now. So I'm not seeing his face. Guys, sorry for the break. We'll be up shortly. Just have the swap happen very, very quickly. So just swap the camera to Mr. Elisha Mamman. Okay, fantastic. So I'll get him up shortly.
This is the problem. Anyway, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So you're up. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. Can you hear me?
Amazing, amazing. So I'll get off the screen now. You can go ahead, sir.
All right. So the first thing that I'm saying is the issue of time. You can't talk process without time. Hear what I'm about to say. Nobody becomes great overnight. Everybody becomes great over time. Whether it's wealth, whether it's influence, whether it's business, whether it's community building, whatever requires building up can never happen overnight. Everything opens over time. There is a time frame required for something that will last to happen. Time actually is a compulsory requirement for transformation. Time is a compulsory requirement for transformation. And I said to you, in this component of time, one of the first things you will do with time is to feed. Some of you are not feeding on right information. Some of you are not feeding on correct information. Some of you are not feeding on current information. You are eating stale food. The caterpillar feeds. That's all he's doing. Listen to me, there's a time in your life that all you'll be doing is taking in information. Nothing will be showing in your life, but it does not mean you have failed. Some of you left mentorship because you have not seen result. But some of you were like 1 week to result when you jumped out of the ship. Do you not know when you are in a moving vehicle, even if you are 10 seconds to arrive where you go, if you jump out, you won't arrive? Time. I came here to tell one young boy listening to me, give yourself time. What you are looking for will happen. Give yourself time. The second matter in the issue of process, because the best way to teach you process is the metamorphosis, the transformation of a butterfly. So the first thing you see there is time. It takes time to change. It takes time to improve. It takes time to be empowered. Hear me. If you are cooking soup, you need time. If you are baking cake, you need time. If you are plaiting hair, you need time. Listen to me. There is nothing earthly that does not require the input of time to happen. This earth requires time for anything to happen. When my wife is baking cake, she tells me, babe, I have set the timer. When the timer rings, it means, oh, what are they doing? Some of you, when you are cooking downstairs, you set your cooker. Those of you that have cooker, because you cannot set stove. If you can set stove, you are in another realm. So you set the cooker, and then you know that after it rings, you go back and check what you are doing, or that thing you are doing will become a problem to you. Time. It takes time to change. Sir, it takes time to be rich. Sir, it takes time to build influence. Sir, it takes time to build a business that works. Sir, it takes time to build a marriage that is healthy. Sir, it takes time to build children that will thrive. Listen to me. Everything worthwhile takes time. Give yourself time. Number 2, order. Somebody say order. 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 D-E-R. Do you know what order means? Order simply means that there is something that must come first before something will come next. Order simply means secondary school comes before university. And it also means that secondary school is after primary school. Listen to me. That is the order by which you are empowered to become anything academically. So, for you to become an engineer, there is an order. For you to become an engineer, there's an order. For you to become a doctor, there is an order. And listen to me, the period to become an engineer is not the same time frame like the period to become a doctor. Listen to me, some things takes more time than other things. My brother, you are not a tomato plant, you're a mango tree. Some of you are judging yourself by the results of your friend. You are forgetting that your friend is cucumber. Planting and harvesting for cucumber now 50 days. Mango, they take 2-3 years. And you're already upset that something is happening for your friend. But have you not noticed that every time your friend hammers, it doesn't last a year, your friend crumbles? Why? After you harvest tomato, it dies. May after any prosperity, may you not die. Vegetables don't take too much time. Order simply means there's something first. Meaning primary school comes before secondary school. Secondary school comes before it. For a doctor, you need to do what? Sciences. You need to go to university. You need to go to medical school. After medical school, you need to go for internship before you become a doctor. They say. So when you are talking process, there is a process to become a doctor. Most of you talk about process by the events of life upon your life. No, process is the series of steps that you must take to arrive at a desired end. When you choose to become a doctor, there is a process to become a doctor. When you choose to become an architect, there is a process to become an architect. When you choose to become a carpenter, there's a process to become a carpenter. Listen to me, a herbalist is not a doctor, but to be a herbalist, there's a process. Maybe you will sleep in the bush for 20 years. Maybe you and plant, you will start talking to one another. But I know that a herbalist is not a doctor. But both have process. Tell your neighbor, order. Do you know, sir, that you must be single before you are married? Even though some of you don't have wives, but you are not single. That's why you are not married. Yes, you are married already. Leave that girl alone. You started dating her for primary 6. You are currently in 600 level. Why are you tying a girl down for 12 years? You are waiting for the day you prosper. Let that girl go. Stop behaving like a married man when you are single. Sister, stop behaving like a married woman when you are single. God cannot give a married man another wife. Make sure you are single. That's a side talk. But I was addressing one boy here, and I was addressing one sister here. Order. You have to be single to be married. And you have to be married to have children. You know, when you don't have husband, you have children. There's a name we call you. And when we call you that name, you know that name is not supposed to be a sweet name. No matter how we want to lie about it. Why? Because a single person is not supposed to produce something. I hope you know all production requires relationship. Hey, Zamdayo, I didn't tell you. Why are you prophesying? Lose her and let her go. Mercy, you are not a nice person. God has begun to attack me. And lastly, tonight, as I close, number 1, time. Number 2, order. Right, number 3, stages. This topic go turn waiting. Don't worry, there's no sermon, there's no deliverance here. I'll round up in another 5 minutes. Number 3, when we are talking process, we are talking about stages. After order, there's what we call stage. And some of you don't understand this order. And I'm trying to avoid going into the Bible because not every one of us in this community is a Christian. I'm struggling not going into the Bible because what I'm telling you is that when you look Genesis chapter 1, you will see this concept I'm teaching you. And the first thing you must understand is that when the earth was without form and void, they said the earth was without order. The first thing God did was to create order. And what does order means? There has to be water for animals who live inside to exist. You didn't catch that. There has to be air for birds who fly there to exist. So God didn't create the bird before the air. God created the air before the bird. Order. Number 3 in process is stages. Stages simply means at every stage there is required for you to do something specific. Every stage requires that you are doing something specific. Like the caterpillar is only feeding. And when it becomes a pupa, it hangs upside down. There is a posture. There is a posture. The posture of first feeding. Then the posture of first practice. Then the posture of becoming. Order. Stages. Stage 1, egg. Stage 2, caterpillar. Stage 3, pupa. Stage 4, butterfly. Do you know which stage you are? Are you doing what is required for you to do in your stage? Hear what I'm saying to you. If you are not doing what you're supposed to do per stage, your transformation will have K-leg. Let me round up with a story. Popular story. How many of you remember King David? When you read 1 Samuel chapter 11 and 12, the Bible says, when kings go to battle, that was a stage where kings were battling. David was sleeping. When David woke up from sleep, he saw a babe. By the night time, he has committed adultery. The girl take belle. Before then go born the pikin, he arranged for the husband to come and spend some nights so that they can lie. Thank God for DNA. Would have still caught David. And then David now planned to kill the man, or eventually killed the man. What are you saying? When kings go to battle, he was sleeping. Oga, when it is time to read, read. When it is time to pray, pray. When it is time to fast, fast. When it is the time to attend seminar, attend seminar. Listen to me, there is time for everything. Time you are misusing will affect you tomorrow. Time you are abusing will affect you tomorrow. If you are not using time well, you will be becoming something else. Process is about time, order, and stages. That is what process is about. That is what process is about. Sorry again, my hotel, they are changing their light. Forgive me. But if you can still hear me, I round up by saying, every one of us has a promise that requires a process. Hear me. Every one of us has a promise hanging over our lives. That process, that promise requires a process. And hear me, that process requires a person. I used to teach these topics in 3 different ways. When you look at that scripture, the first thing is follow them, people. The second thing is through process. The third thing is what? Promise. Whichever way you have heard me tonight, I started by follow somebody. And in following somebody, you are going to go through a process where you will be taught specific steps to take so that you can achieve your promise. Ladies and gentlemen, I have tried. I love every one of you. Thank you for having me. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay. Hear me, sir?
Hear me, sir?
Yes,
Yeah, I can
amazing
hear you.
session.
Is this the problem?
Can we go ahead and celebrate our dear mentor? Is our mentor, Sir Elisha Mamman. God bless you, sir. We'll take questions very, very quickly. If you have a question, just go ahead and share in the comments. I'll start. We'll take the first 3 questions that I see. The first 3 questions that I see. So you can go ahead and share your questions in the comment. So there are a number of things. My note literally is full. Over 4 pages written. There are 2 things that I saw that you shared that I started and just want to bring it up so that we see. The first statement that he made, very profound. Mentorship is the privilege God gives you to interact with your future today. My God, this is mind-blowing. Is a mind-blowing statement. I think this is the first time that I'm seeing mentorship from this light, from this perspective. But honestly, if you look at it, from this perspective that has been shared, I assure you that you're going to view mentorship from a whole new perspective. Thank you so much, sir. The second statement you made that really touched me, that I started, is everyone becomes great over time and not overnight. There is no microwave success. Very important. There is absolutely no microwave success. I've seen your life literally is a portrait of what it means to become successful. I say it again and again. I had the privilege of spending a night almost 4 years ago in Elisha Mamman's house. And I remember your book project, whilst you were sharing your story with me, it was so profound because that was the first time I was hearing it. These are things that you did not share, on platforms. And for me to see that you can evolve from that version to the version that you are now is a testament that you are doing something right. And just to let you know that I honor you, we'll take questions now. Let me see. If you have questions, just go ahead, put it up in the comments. The first 3 questions. The first 3 questions. Okay, I think I see one. That question is interesting. I'll bring it up now, sir. You have questions. We have one. With 1 slot has been taken, 2 more slots left. Okay, so let me bring up the question. The first one. It says, why does process take so much time? By God sent. That's why I laughed. Because you just finished sharing that process requires time, and the person says, why does process take so much time? Okay, sir.
Can I answer?
Yes, sir. It's over to you, sir.
Process does not take too much time. Process takes the required time it is needed for you to become exactly what you should become. You remember, I said to you that there are different fruits, and there is something you must understand clearly. I used to have a vegetable greenhouse behind my house, and I find out that it takes me 50 days from planting to harvest cucumbers. It also takes me 50 to 70 days to do tomato. But it takes longer for plantain. It takes even more longer for orange trees. What am I saying? Depending on the purpose and the promise you are after, your preparation may take different timing. If you want to be a vegetable for a season, it may take you just 50 days. If you want to matter in this life, you want to become a mango free, that you will continue to service a generation year after year after year. God will need more than 50 days to make something out of your life. It is a function of what you want to become. It's a function. It's not that it takes too much time. But let me say something. There is a required time for all greatness to be born. Hear what I'm about to say to you. Joseph caught the vision at 17. He entered the palace at 30. Then Joseph caught it at 17. He became king at 30. Daniel caught it at a teenage age. He arrived at about 30. Hear what I'm saying to you. When you read the story of Elisha and Elijah, it looks as if Elijah just touched Elisha, and next week Elisha became great. No, theologians said it took Elisha 18 years to take the double portion. 18 years. If you look 13, 14, 15, 18, there is a required framework. But when Jesus was training his disciples, he used 3.5 years to make something out of their lives. Sometimes it is not only because of what you want to become, it is also who is cooking you. Some of you are submitting under mentors that are going through exactly what you are going through. Bro, both of you will take time. You are going through a mentor. The mentor that is mentoring you, he cannot say he has succeeded. Because if we leave him the way he is actually preaching his future. I told you to follow them. 1, result. They must have it. 2, they have come from where you are. I was very clear about that. You know why? Oga, if you are following somebody that is following what you are following, 2 of you will travel for a long time. Because what he's telling you is theory. He never see him. And hear me, it is life that begets life. Don't take all this for granted. I can't be following you when you are speaking the future. No, sir. There's nothing to show for it. Oga, keep your mentorship.
Thank you so much. We have another question. 2 similar questions, so I'll just pick one. It says, how do you, let me put it up on the screen. From Borisa De John Femi, how do you handle days when you feel overwhelmed about the process? How do you handle days of overwhelm?
That's where patience comes in. That's where patience comes in. And I remember telling you that patience is coming from a place of expectations. And expectations means you have hope. Listen to me. If you have hope that what you are waiting for will come, the stamina to endure will be present. Number 2, they put you under people so that their experience can sustain you in difficult times. You are not just following them to become, you are following them to endure. You are following them for them to teach you what it took them. Listen to me. I will be stupid to tell you that you are going to go through life simply, quietly, and nicely. I'm lying to you. Sir, one of the ingredients for greatness is pain. One of the ingredients of greatness is pain. Oga, you will go through pain. But like a woman in labor, the pain does not stop her from pushing, or else she will kill the child. Please, I want to beg you. I know you are going through a lot. Hold on. It won't be too long. You will come out. Hold on. Mentorship can help you, and also the things you are expecting can sustain you. But generally, we are all frail. We need men to support us. You need a good support system when you are going through difficult times. And that's why I recommend mentorship and communities. Emmanuel Amadu is doing a great job. His mentorship and his community can be a good place for you to go through your process while it is overwhelming you. Listen to me. Stop swallowing the things that are pressing you down. Learn to talk to those who are guiding you. Learn to talk to those who you are under. Let us know what you are going through. Why? There is pain in the process. There's pleasure in the process. So please, how to handle it? Talk to your mentors, number one. If you truly have an expectation, that is faith. You truly believe that things are going to happen and you are expecting it to happen, you will have capacity to endure. Faith brings strength. Faith brings strength. If you look Hebrews 11, you will see people who endured because of what they believed. The Bible says Abraham, knowing that his body was dead, hoped against hope. He was over, but he hoped against hope. Endure. As a good soldier, endure. You will be fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, please permit me. Let me add these 3 questions. I wanted to just pick one, but 2 of them are quite very interesting. But this one says, let me just put it up. How do you handle days when you've no, not this. How do one retain uniqueness as process happens in an evolving generation?
Process is simply what you are going to be doing, the stages you are going to be entering so that you can become something. It has nothing to do with your uniqueness. You see, your uniqueness is about the person that you are. You are only, you see, transformation, the first step of transformation is do not conform. That's the first step of transformation. Why? Because transformation does not come from around you. Transformation comes from within you. What is not inside you will not happen to you. I repeat, what is not inside you will not happen to you. What most of you are mistaking that is tampering with your uniqueness is that you are trying to fit in a generation that is already lost. So what we are talking about is that everything that you are going to become is trapped inside you. The butterfly was in the egg. The butterfly all the while was in the caterpillar. The butterfly was in the pupa before the butterfly came out to be the butterfly. It's inside you. Your uniqueness is you. It's not what you are wearing. Your uniqueness is not your haircut. Your uniqueness is you. Just like your DNA, just like your thumbprint, just like your eye print, you are who you are. And true leadership does not tamper with your uniqueness. True leadership exposes your uniqueness. True mentorship exposes your uniqueness. Any mentorship that is making you more like your mentor, run from it. You are going to be a clone. So the issue is simple English: do not conform, but be transformed. And how do you transform? Renew your mind with the kind of information. And I used to be in the manna group, but Emmanuel Amadu passed my power. The kind of information is given there. If I didn't run away, I won't have a ministry. I will just sit there and be learning. Renew your mind. Renew your mind. Your transformation is in your body, is in your mind. Renew it. Don't copy what is happening. If you are very close to me, you will know one thing I hate in my life is copying. I do not conform to what is happening around me. I don't dress like anybody want to dress. Now me, they go my tailor place, tell them exactly how I want my cloth make it be. Don't go and do me trousers that make me look like whiskey. You know, so you can. You can't. This generation
Thank you,
is
sir.
going to keep changing, not for the good. So stay. Transformation is about inside of you. Thank you very much. I hope I was able to answer that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. The second question, just two more. It says, could you please share the key indicators that would help determine whether a process is worth continuing or it should be abandoned?
Woo! Now, remember I said the process starts with who you are following. It starts with who you are following and it ends with what you are becoming. Now, in between is what you believe and what you do over time. I'll start again. This process we're talking about, it begins with who you are following and it ends with what you are becoming. In between it, there is belief systems, there is actions and habits, and then there is consistency. Now, any process that is not progressively leading you towards what your desired end is. And when I say progressively, when you begin to pursue something, the first thing you look for is not what you got. The first thing to look for is if your mind is changing. The first thing in any process, whether you are following somebody or not, is something happening to your mindset. I have a mentorship group I teach on WhatsApp, and one of the most common statements and thank you I get is, sir, something is happening to my mind. That's my goal. Because if something happens to your mind, it won't be long, it will happen to your body. It will happen to your body. Now, this is what I'm saying. Any process you are in, don't judge it until you give it time. Amadu, you remember I started with time.
Yes, sir.
Don't judge a process after 10 days and say, no, this process is not working. Don't do that, Oga. Even Jesus, it took him 3 years to affect fisherman. Don't quickly. There needs to be time. So any process you set, you must check it over time. Number 2, are you following the process in the order it was designed? And last, do you recognize the stages you are in and are you engaging in the activities? That is the process. Now, if you are giving yourself time, you are following the order, hear me, and you are in the different stages and doing what you require, nothing is going to stop you from obtaining your promise. Nothing. It may take you a longer time, but you arrive where you are going. So key indicators. Who are you following? And one of the signs that the person you are following is doing his job is that something is happening to your mind first. Secondly, something is happening to your behavior. Listen to me, if you are following something and your mind is not stretching and your behavior is not changing, it is either you are not learning or you and the mentor you are not compatible. And if obtaining the promise starts with follow them, you cannot obtain it until you follow after something. That's the first indicator. Who are you following? The second indicator is faith. What do you believe? Are you believing? Is it changing? And lastly, what are you doing? Those are key indicators. Who you are following, what you are believing, and what you are doing. Remember I said any process that is not affecting your mind, is not affecting your behavior, is not affecting your attitude and your activities, abandon it. Abandon it. There is no process that is eternal. I think something has happened. It's brilliant. We thank God for that. Neck. Because
Yeah,
of the way I said
because
that.
of the way he said that.
Amadu, thank God you disappeared. I was afraid. We can't hear you here. What did you used to touch?
It's fine. I think he's muted. He came back and he's muted. He didn't check. So can you check if you're muted?
I like this question. But it's just
Yes, I think I'm muted. Can you hear me now? So sorry about that.
no problem.
I
saw a question.
I had a little network glitch. Just had to switch from one network to another. The network
That's
in
Nigeria
Zaria can
for
be
you.
very frustrating.
That's
Can be
Nigeria for
very
you.
frustrating.
All right, I think I can answer the
we
last
look
question
forward to the
on the
days.
screen.
So we look forward to the days where you'll be in the US, I'll be in UK, I'll be in Dubai, and then there is a clean network, and then there is no glitch or anything. We do 4K videos.
That should happen in 2026 edition.
Amen. I receive.
I'm sure I'll be in UK. I'm sure I'll be in the US about that time. So you better decide where you'll be.
Wow. Thank you. You taught us well. Well done, sir. Okay, so the question says if you have gone so far in making irrecoverable mistakes and decisions in life, what process can you take to retrace and realign yourself back to a bigger future?
After repentance, which is turning your way, after repentance, which is turning away from those decisions, after repentance, which is turning away from those decisions, first thing you must do is find somebody to follow and somebody that can hold you accountable. First thing in the steps to follow in the process, first step after you have turned away from those decisions, first thing, find who to follow, so that there is someone who can hold you accountable. There is someone who can guide you. There is someone who can instruct you. That is the first thing you must do. Second thing, under that person, begin to renew your mind, knowing fully well that yesterday may have happened to you, but yesterday in itself does not have power to stop your tomorrow. Mindset. First thing is mentorship. Second thing is mindset change. Renew your mind again. Know that there is a future for you. Listen to me, mistakes are inevitable, but they are not powerful enough to cancel your destiny. I repeat, mistakes are inevitable, but they don't have power enough to destroy your destiny. You can start again. Follow someone. Renew your mind. In following someone and in renewing your mind, other things will be unfolding for you to do. Other things will be unfolding for you to do. Why? Because once you follow someone, you renew your mind. As you are renewing your mind, your behavior will change. And if your behavior change, your actions will change. And if your actions change, your results will change. Follow someone. Renew your mind. Adjust your behavior. Take new actions that are guiding you to where you are going. The rest is history. So whoever you are, whatever mistake you can have done, you can start again and you can start better than before. What's the good thing about mistake? It gives you the opportunity to start better than you did. And I wish you well.
Amazing, boss. Thank you so much. Before I ask everyone to celebrate and truly honor you, from the comments, maybe just one announcement. The next session, I'm excited. If you think you got fire, like literally, the truth that I've had. The thing about my boss, Mr. Elisha Mamman, is that every encounter you have with him is like a new page. You know, there's no repetition of knowledge. It's fresh ideas, fresh insight, fresh perspective. And honestly, that freshness, I really covet that grace. And I'm going to receive it. So thank you so much, sir. Just one announcement before we celebrate him, and then I let him go. We're having him again next week, Thursday. Somebody say fire. The fire is getting hotter. So next week, Thursday, by the way, on Saturday, I'm privileged to celebrate my birthday. So for me, this is my session. This will be my own personal impartation teaching session. So we'll be having the boss himself, Mr. Elisha Mamman, come again to teach us on building wealth without sorrow. I was very intentional about this. I was very intentional about this topic because honestly, if there is anybody I know who embodies this topic, then it's Mr. Elisha. And we have the privilege of having him come teach us. And honestly, the humility that I've seen in my boss, really, I just pray that God will give me half of it, honestly, to know the level. Most of us see him dress. Let me take the picture of the screen as is on. Most of us see him dress, you know, casually with a t-shirt, but you have no idea how successful this man is. Right from 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago when I met him. Well, as at the time I met Mr. Elisha Mamman, he was driving a Camaro. I remember that your Camaro, sir. I'll tell you, as at 2018, just so we have an idea, guys, the person you are, because sometimes you will not appreciate the person you are listening to until you know what they've been able to achieve. Now, I'm just using that. I know this is material success, but trust me, you see it combined with humility. There are people who don't have 1/100th of what Mr. Elisha Mamman has, and you see the level of pompousness, the level of pride. So there is, maybe one day we'll have you come and teach us on humility. I think it's something that we all need to learn, especially this present generation, because there is no result, nothing. If you go to Mr. Elisha Mamman's house, my God, you will not want to leave. He has a four, how do I even call it now? So I'm so sorry I'm saying this, but just to get the people to understand the person that they are listening to, just to get the people to understand. So when I say you should come for the next session, Thursday, building wealth without sorrow, invite everybody, invite your brothers, invite your parents, let everybody be gathered here. Let's sit down and learn from somebody who knows road. Somebody who absolutely knows road. That said, please join me. Let's celebrate my boss. Let's celebrate my mentor. Sir, truly from the depth of my heart, I'm not just saying it. You are one person that I deeply honor. You've added so much value to my life, the impact. Many of you don't know. You can see my book up here, 25 Important Things. I know it's not showing that much, but this is the man that paid for that book to be printed. 1,000 copies. Yeah, 1,000 copies. Honestly, well, I literally just came out from service, so did not have anything, nothing to contribute. This is, you literally not want to take any chance on somebody like that. Gave me the platform to speak multiple times at the Winning Mindset. Literally didn't have anything. Absolutely. God bless you, sir. Truly from the depth of my heart. These are marks, indelible marks that you've made in my life, and I truly honor you. One more thing about Mr. Elisha Mamman. In fact, let me be putting there lots of comments that are here. Thank you so much. Thank you for your humility. We celebrate you. One thing about Mr. Elisha Mamman again is when I look at him, literally I see a ladder. The number of people who have risen to limelight and some level of success and greatness by following this man. See, we're plenty. We're literally plenty. And the thing is that when you encounter him, your journey is shortened. I don't know. We will take out time. Somebody asked for your books. One of the things I will do, sir, I'll take out time to find out, maybe from you, I hope you can hear me, your product, especially your mentorship. There's a mentorship platform. There's a mentorship system. We'll come up with that with all of the links, the books. So by the next session, we will take out time and put it up so that anyone who wants access, you can see it. So that I don't do it in a rush, we'll take our time to do that with the links, how to access, if he wants to give that privilege of access and all of that. I'll take our time to, before the next session on Thursday. So we'll do that. I'll also share it via email to everyone registered. I think we have about close to 1,000 people who are registered via mail. So I'll get it across to us also. God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. There is fire everywhere. Everybody saying this is for me. Fire. This one literally wants to paint the entire place red.
Thank you so much.
The depth of wisdom, honestly, sir, the depth of wisdom that you shared tonight. You have sometimes I wonder whether you know that you are sharing so much depth of wisdom. You know, there's a way you just think what you are sharing is casual. Honestly, for somebody who has studied, hearing you teach is really profound. Thank you so much, sir. I'll let you go now so that you can rest. But when you are rested, maybe I'll still reach out again. Thank you so much. And to the team that are there, Zealot, I don't know the name of the other guy. Thank you so much for helping our guy. People should take care of him. Take care of him for us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. God bless you. Make sure you rest, too. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in tonight. Just a few announcements, and then we're done for the night. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I saw the number of us that showed up for today. God bless you. God bless you. Just a couple of announcements, and then we're done. Number one, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything whatsoever. Just go ahead, click on the subscribe button, and then you can do well to also like the video. If you want to support the Leverage Conference, you want to give towards the conference, you can go ahead and do that. That's the link, paystack.com/pay/pay partner with Leverage. And then for those of us who want access, the audio for all the sessions will be available, the training notes, other additional training resources. You want access to it, you can use the link seller.com/leverage2025. Please take note, there is a 50% discount that will run until the final day. That's the 10th of May. To run till the final day. Once we hit that day, the 50% discount expires. Like I said, the next session will be having the boss himself, Mr. Elisha Mamman, and then after that, I'll be rounding up with my own session, Becoming a Success Magnet, on the 10th of May. That said, thank you so much, everyone. I'd like to do a quick shout out, and then we're done. First of all, shout out to the Leaders Manor Network, not just the Leaders Manor Network team now, the Leverage Conference team. Thank you for doing a phenomenal job. May God bless you. May God honor each and every one of you. For everyone who showed up tonight, may God bless you. I trust we got value. I trust we got value. You can go back and listen to the video, watch the video again one more time. Shout out to Vera NS. Shout out to Gladys. Shout out to Enoch. I'm seeing New Testament. Shout out to New Testament. Shout out to Samuel James. Samuel, God bless you for me. Shout out to Prince, my Ghanaian man. I look forward to coming to Ghana very soon. Abu Bonso, good to have you. Nathan Yakubu, shout out to you. Ruth Harrison, Favor Nwanya, Dorcas Williams, Yusuf Akensiri, Damilola Debisi, Grace Emmanuel Livinus, Yahi Joshua Oyinyechi, Ese Oga, Margaret, good to have you. Joshua, Yusuf, so much. Israel, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Makama, is that Makama or Takama? God bless you. Gold, Cole, Binta, good to have you. God send. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Do have a lovely, amazing night rest.